Welcome everyone back.
You've been trying, but you're nothing like me. You can make it, but you're not fooling me. If you jump in the fire, I'm watching you burn. I'll be waiting till you get what you deserve. You've been lying across the 7 seas, tried to hide it, but now it's sink or swim. If you jump in the fire, I'm watching.
It's Saturday Night Collision, and now here's Mr. Jacobs.
Welcome back to AEW All Elite Zone. We are here for Collision, as Chris said. Thank you all for joining us. Connor will be joining us soon, hopefully. He's stuck in traffic. But right now, you got me and Chris here. We're going to start the show off. And right now, we got a little bit to go before the actual show starts. We're catching the end of the Star Wars movie.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, baby!
Oh, boy.
Chris, you got a fan out here, man. Pro Wrestling Forever, thank you for tuning in with us tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tell me, Chris, what do you think about this card tonight? What are you thinking about?
Well, technically, I'm just thinking about the tag team match between FTR versus Adam Cole and MJF and all that, though, you know.
That's the match you're looking more forward to, huh?
It's probably, yeah. It's going to be the main event, though, tonight. I'll give you that. Unless they're going to start out first.
What do you think about this ladder match with Buddy and Andrade?
Well, Buddy Matthews against Andrade for Andrade's mask is on the line tonight. And remember, the House of Black are banned from ringside, though, with the exception of Buddy Matthews, since he will be competing tonight.
Right. And I didn't realize that they were banned from ringside. I didn't realize that until you told me.
Yeah. And as we all know, this is probably the first time, though, I'm actually doing we're doing Saturday Night Collision without Connor. Well, technically, it's in my view, my first time without Connor. But as I said to everyone out there, it's so, you know, or as some people would say on the news, Connor's got the night off tonight since he is our producer and host and all that.
True. I mean, he'll jump in if he can. He's on the road, stuck in traffic. So hopefully, if he's able to join us, he will. If not, it's all right. It's all good. We're still here watching Collision, and let's start this show now. I think it's starting right now.
Yeah, Collision. The introduction I did was like Saturday Night Live, but it's called Saturday Night Collision. You know, well, to me it is.
I dig it.
Go ahead.
I was saying that I dig it. I dig what you're doing.
Yeah. I mean, as everyone would know, I do all my introductions. You know, when I say on Wednesday night, you know, it's Wednesday night. You know what that means. And take it away, Connor. And now this is different. This is Saturday Night Collision, and I say like it's Saturday Night Live, but you know,
yeah.
Well, it's a mixture of Saturday Night Live and who's Ed McMahon.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, Brenda, thank you for joining us once again.
Yeah.
Clothesline.
Know what you mean?
All right, let me ask you this, Chris. Who do you think's going to turn who first? MJF or Adam Cole?
You mean which one's going to turn off first?
Yeah, who's going to turn on who first?
I don't know though. I mean, MJF, he's the guy wants revenge a lot of times. I think it's probably going to be Adam Cole turning on MJF because Adam Cole does really want his rematch against MJF for the AEW World Championship. That is, MJF has the set to do it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you mean, okay, in a way you're saying that MJF, his way of keeping Adam Cole away from the title is to team up with him.
Right.
I see what you're saying, though.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I'll give you that though. Oh, wait a minute. This is the ladder match up first, but why is Julia Hart with him? I thought House of Black are banned from ringside.
That's a good question. I mean, she should be banned from ringside if they're all banned.
It has to be all, which means including Julia Hart.
You're right. You're totally right about that. I don't see. I don't see what's going on here, but I'm seeing some shenanigans going in the match eventually. She's gonna get involved. She's gonna get involved.
So yeah, and we all. So anyway, I mean, I know I usually don't. I mean, I usually say happy birthdays to my family and all that, but but I'm gonna do it anyway. So happy birthday to my aunt Sonia, who is turning 45 years old today.
Happy birthday, Sonya. Happy birthday.
She is technically she's my aunt, my mom's sister, and also and also she is now a grandmother to her daughter's daughter.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, happy birthday and many more.
Yeah.
Well, Pro Wrestling Forever has Buddy. I have Buddy also. I want Buddy to win. Shout out to Buddy Matthews. If you haven't seen the interview here on All Elite Zone, check it out.
Indeed. Indeed. Uh, but anyway, I know. I mean, anyway. To Mr. Jacobs. I know you're not on camera right now, but let me ask you this, and I know we're supposed to talk about this off camera, but when are you gonna get your camera fixed or get a new camera?
I'm actually buying a new webcam.
That's
So
what I
that'll
said.
be in probably the next few weeks or so.
So we'll be
Don't worry,
seeing.
I mean, I'm not gonna deny the world my pretty face to anyone.
In case everyone hasn't noticed, though, I mean, we all just in case everyone hasn't noticed, though, Mr. Jacobs' camera webcam broke a few months ago, maybe.
Yeah,
So he's going to be doing it from the audio side for a while until he gets one.
but don't worry, people. You won't be denied my beautiful face for much longer.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Check out the code on Andre though. That's pretty cool.
yeah. Hey, look! Oh, we got ourselves a new attire from Andrade.
I like it, man. I love it. That's pretty cool.
It kind of looks like the Legion of Doom wore that before one time. Then they changed back to their tights.
Yeah, good memory on you, man. Yeah, that's true.
Well, I watched a YouTube video. It was about I think 6 nights before In Your House, A Cold Day in Hell, and the Legion of Doom were wearing the same tights that Andrade is wearing right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So to answer Pro Wrestling Forever's question, uh, I don't know. I know you both got Buddy, but I wish I can go with Andrade, but I don't know what's gonna happen though. Is it gonna? I mean, everyone wants to know if Andrade is gonna get his mask back, or is Buddy Matthews gonna have a plan or a master plan to get that mask away from Andrade again?
I
Just
think that's
like
where I think
so,
that's
I
where
got
Hart
my money
comes
on
from. I
both.
think. Brenda says, I believe MJF will turn first, but I believe Adam isn't fooled by MJF. True.
But in another verse, if they do win the tag team titles tonight, as MJF promised to Cole, he will give him his rematch. If but if
All right.
but I'm sorry. If
No, go ahead.
if if they do not win the tag titles, if Adam Cole or MJF turn on one another, remember MJF did promise a rematch, but technically he ain't gonna give it to him though, even though he said he was going to, and he doesn't have a
Yeah.
set to do it.
Good point.
Unless we got
Excellent.
witnesses, unless there's some witnesses though saying
Yeah.
he is going to give him a rematch, and witnesses are going to tell Tony Khan, and Tony Khan has to force MJF to defend that title. But the question is, we don't know when the rematch will be. Might be an all
Right.
in, might be an all out.
Right. Michael
Uh,
says, Christopher, are you going for the Stone Cold Steve Austin look? If so, give me a hell yeah.
well, no hell yeah tonight. Well, to explain to everyone else out there, I got a shave head, I got a goatee, because as I told Connor and all of you this, Tupelo Con is coming back. In March. Well, 9 months from now. And guess what? Guess the date. March 16th, 2024. And you know what March 16th means?
316.
Yeah, just like 316. 316 day. So I'm going as Stone Cold as a cosplay though that time. I'm just gonna keep shaving my head and get my goatee out a little bit more.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, it's a good
Yeah,
look for you. Good look
yeah.
for you.
I just hope I have an Austin 316 shirt by then, and a Smoking Skull belt,
Yeah, that'd be nice.
or maybe his first WWE champion after he beat Shawn Michaels. The first, what was it called? I think it's called the Attitude Era Championship, the one where he gave Vince McMahon the stunner for the second time.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah.
It was the
Okay.
night after
My
WrestleMania,
thing,
and Michael Cole went like, "Done it again! He did it again!"
yeah. Mike says, why do you feel like this ladder match is gonna be? Why do I feel like this ladder match is gonna be a classic?
Hmm.
You're probably not wrong about that because they're killing it right now.
Yeah, they may be high flyers, and they are international stars. Andrade from Mexico, and Buddy Matthews from Australia.
Yep.
These two are going to beat the living out of each other until one of them gets the mask, either a mask back or stolen again.
Right. Mike asks, has anyone met Mick Foley? I'll be meeting him next weekend at Arizona Con. Oh, cool. Have you ever met Mick Foley, Chris?
Technically no. Well, for one reason, I mean, my grandfather was a big fan of him back then before he passed. I mean,
I,
my grandfather. I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
I actually met Mick once, and this was at a signing about. This was like in the early 2000s. This is when he was doing Cactus Jack, and he also was kind of pouring
I
in Dude Love.
I think something's
And
wrong with Buddy Matthews. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Mr. Jacob. I think something's wrong with Buddy Matthews.
I don't know. It
I mean,
looks like he's
he's
just chilling to me.
it's either swollen or his vein just popped out. Because I've
Oh,
seen
okay. I see what you're saying. I see what you're talking about now.
he's gonna. Oh, I know what it is. I think his shoulder just got dislocated.
Okay, yeah, yeah, I see exactly what you're talking about now. That does look like a dislocation.
Fixing to say, I thought it might have been broken, or maybe his vein might have popped off pretty good. On the inside, I mean.
Yeah, he's putting it back in place. Yeah, he's putting it back in place. It was a
Whoops.
dislocation.
Oh yeah, I forgot. As Mr. Jacobs always tells me, no spoilers.
No spoilers. But yeah, yeah, I met Mick. This is like probably I want to say 2002. I think maybe. But yeah, it was a while back. He was probably one of the sweetest human beings I've ever met in my life. So nice, and the guy, he will sit there and conversate with you if you got time to. He's that kind of person. He's very approachable. He's pretty nice, as opposed to a lot of different wrestlers that you might meet that might be assholes towards you.
Speaking of Mick Foley though, have you met Mick Foley? I mean, I know you met him, but did you meet him while he was under WWE contract or indies or in the indies? Like when he's not under WWE contract.
This is whenever he was going. This is okay. At this time, he was in the WWE, and he was doing his different characters. He was doing like the three stages of Foley at this time. So this had to have been like, it may have been a little bit earlier than that. It may have been like in the late '90s because I'm trying to remember.
Right before he retired.
I'm trying to remember the exact year because I know he was still in WWE, and this was whenever he had the three stages of Foley.
Hmm. It was either, well, technically his debut was in 1996 in the WWE, and he retired on February 2000 as Cactus Jack. Well,
Yeah,
technically it was
yeah,
around 98, 97.
yeah, yeah, the late '90s. Yeah, okay. But yeah, it
But
was
that was
around
their,
that time whenever I met him.
oh yeah, and also speaking of today, it's been 5 long years now since one of the greatest Memphis wrestling legends. He's also the son of Jerry the King Lawler. Brian Christopher passed away on this
Yeah,
day 5 years ago. I remember that though. I mean, Mick Foley and Molly Holly.
that's cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Brian. I mean,
I
uh,
already put that one up. I'm sorry, Chris. That was my mistake. No, he had the same question twice. I don't know.
well, as I was saying, what was I saying just a second ago? Oh shoot,
But yeah, Mike. Yo,
Michael.
yeah, Mike. Yeah, he was just Buddy Matt. Yeah, Buddy Matthews popped his arm back into place. Yeah, that's why
Well,
he's kind of tugging on the rope a little bit, and it popped it back in place.
that's true.
I've had that happen to me before. It does not feel good at all.
Yeah. Now where was? Oh jeez, I forgot.
Brenda's right. I mean, Andretti is giving Buddy a great match here. You're not lying about that.
Yeah.
And Buddy pops his arm back into place and keeps on going. I mean, you got to be a certain type of human being to do all that. You know.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Now, me personally, at this age that I'm at, if I pop my arm out of place, I'm going to the hospital. I'm not going to sit there and try to pop it back into place. I might make it worse. You know?
What about the movie from Lethal Weapons? What about the Lethal Weapons 2 movie? Remember when Mel Gibson's character had to pop his shoulder back in by itself?
Yeah.
That's gotta hurt.
Oh, it hurts tremendously. Tremendously.
I watched that movie dozens of times. Let me tell you, he was trying to get out of a straitjacket, and he did.
Yeah.
That was quick.
Michael asks, Mr. Jacobs, will Christopher be a fan of Team MJF and Adam Cole, baby, because the team is called Better Than You, baby?
Oh, jeez, Michael. I wish. I know this is a YouTube podcast. I'll give you that, and I know everyone's got a freedom of expression for comments, unless some of them that are restricted. But I wish you would stop talking about MJF, though, Michael. I mean, I understand what you're talking about. I understand you want me to be an MJF fan, but I'm not an MJF fan. So get with it.
He's never good. He's not going to convert, Michael. So I don't think that's going to work. You're not going to convert him into an MJF fan.
Trust me. I mean, everybody on this podcast has been, well, some people, maybe about 3 or 4 people have been asking me about being an MJF fan. I tell them hell no. He's just a
Well, I kid around with you. I know for a fact you're never going to go on MJF side. I just like to kid around with you.
I know that though. I mean, I don't know what I mean. I'm not as we all know MJF. He is a please excuse my dog. He has arthritis.
Poor dog.
But I think yeah. So yeah. Oh, right to the. Oh, now maybe I should stop. I don't want to give out any spoilers, so no.
I'm feeling so bad for Buddy's back right now. Oh, right on the. It didn't even hit the full ladder. It hit on the edge. Oh my god.
I wonder. Well, I don't know what's gonna. I mean, do you think Andrade and Rush will be a tag team to beat off the trio of House of Black?
I mean, I don't know. That's a good question. I mean,
and we all know Rush. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And we all know Rush. He already resigned with Impact Wrestling. I mean, AEW. My bad. My apologies.
You're good. But I don't know, man. That's a good question, though. I mean, I would love to see it. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
They're just beating the crap out of each other in this match. This is good.
Yeah. Uh-oh. What is Andrade thinking? Keep an eye on Julia Hart, though. She could come
Exactly.
in.
That's exactly that's what I was saying.
Yeah. House of Black are banned from ringside, but now Julia Hart, I guess she wants to be there because she might have a wrestling license. Well, managing license, I mean.
Whoa! I don't know if that was a tooth or spit that just got knocked out of Buddy's mouth.
I did not see that yet.
Because Andre hit him with that elbow. I don't know if that was spit or a tooth or a piece of styrofoam they used to make it look like a tooth.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Oh!
Oh! Whoa!
That's gotta hurt.
That cannot be comfortable at all. Chris, are you going to see five? Are you going to the Five concert in Memphis on
Yes, I
September
am. Yes, Michael, I am. I got 4 tickets to that.
November 6th? 4 tickets, huh?
Yeah, one for me, a couple of friends, and a friend of. Well, technically not. I mean, I know Connor's one of them. He's going to get the VIP himself
Of course.
because he wants to meet Chris Jericho. I think that's the other I think that's that's one of the wrestlers he hasn't even met yet.
Y'all have a good time, man. Have a blast.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the VIP myself though too.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
I guess you're ahead of me right now because I'm still on Buddy Matthews trying to get to Andrade.
They both just came tumbling down on my end. Oh my God. This match is brutal.
Indeed. I wonder what's gonna happen though. Oh no. I'm not saying anything, but oh no. I knew something was gonna happen.
See? You see?
I'm seeing it.
Oh my God. What a match. What a match.
Don't. Oh no. That can't be good.
Oh man.
Oh come on, that ain't fair. House of Black are supposed to be banned from ringside. That
You
means
see, I told you that this is gonna happen.
What the hell was that?
I agree with you, Chris, man. What the hell was that?
And now, oh, here we go. Can he get it done on time? I'm not saying we're not going to answer that, but oh boy. I know what's going. I know what he's going to do.
See, I told you shenanigans, man. I called shenanigans.
Just like that.
What
about the key?
Shenanigans.
Oh, come on! You got to be kidding me.
That's not, man. I called
be...
it, Chris. I told you, man. Shenanigans.
And it's all just be, and it's all, and I thought Julia Hart was a House of Black member, and she is. She is not supposed to be at ringside.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we got. Oh man.
Jeez. Come on, Andrade, get your mask back. Come on. Don't go. Here we go.
Get your mask. Get your mask back. There you go.
Dang it. Didn't hit the. Uh-oh. Not good.
That's the key. Oh man. What an opener, man. This is pretty good.
Push her off. There we go. I'm not saying anything else.
Get up there. What is going on here, Chris?
You see the ending yet? I mean, you
Not
see.
yet. I'm coming over it now, I think.
I'm gonna say, well, let me know when you see the end of it, and I'll say it.
All right. Right now they're all on the ladder. Oh, geez. Uh-uh. Push her off. I'm a little bit behind. Geez.
What are you watching it off? Where are you watching it from anyway?
I am going off of a live stream that I have on Hulu.
Well, I'm on Hulu Live TV. Have you
Mine's is
seen
a
it?
little bit. Mine's is a little bit behind. Yours is a little faster than mine.
Well, and plus we do live in the same time zone. I mean, not the same. I mean, different.
Yeah. The right man won. Honestly, I was going for Buddy, but throughout the match, I kind of turned. I was like, I want to see how to get this now.
Well, Andrade's got his property back.
And that's one of the first times ever that I've watched the match and kind of went a different way while watching the match. I mean, at first I was for Buddy, and then I don't know. Somehow throughout the match, I went to Andrade's side. Oh, Miro, who was just solo attacking him?
And Aaron Solo just interrupted the, you know.
I want to see more of the Redeemer, man. Come on, give me more of the Redeemer.
Yeah, we haven't seen any of the wrestlers I mean, we all know we've seen Andrade and Miro on Saturday nights, but why? How come they never been on Wednesday or Friday nights yet? Let me guess. As Connor said and proved that it's like the draft, but except it's different.
Exactly. I think that's what they're doing is that they're doing a brand split, but it's like it's not official. You know what I mean? But you
Yeah,
can tell that there are certain wrestlers that appear on Collision, there are certain wrestlers that appear on Dynamite, and there are certain wrestlers that appear on Rampage. And
yeah.
like they're making a brand split, but they're not calling it a brand split. They're just putting different wrestlers on different shows.
You know what you mean?
But I mean, anybody watching, you can see a brand split. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now my stream is starting to stall on me. Technology, folks, I love it. Give me 1 second, Chris. I'll be right back.
And while Mr. Jacobs is well, technically I know he's off camera, but while he's on mute for the moment, I guess it's up to me. All right. All right. Wrong. Well, in my end, Hulu Live TV, we're on commercial right now. I know Mr. Jacobs is out of the room, so I'll say this. Darby Allin wants a fight, but the question is, who is Darby Allin going after, or who's gonna accept Darby Allin's fight? We're gonna find out though in just a matter of moments. Oh. Oh, jeez. Has anyone ever seen them? Has anyone ever seen? Oh, Mr. Jacobs now unmuted again, so he's back.
Go ahead, what are you saying?
Okay then.
Oh, yeah, I mean, what were you saying? Like, go ahead. You're saying something
Well,
right when I jumped on.
well, I was gonna say that. Has anyone ever seen this new Barbie movie or something?
I haven't seen. I've never been into Barbie, so
I know.
it's not my demographic.
Well, not mine either. It's too girly and all that, as little girls, maybe women would say.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. It's Darby Allin, but who's he facing? Oh, I know who he's facing, but I'm not saying it. But I can't say this. He's from Japan.
Ah, I see what you're saying now.
See, Nate, are you on? Are you on? Are you on where Japan making debut?
Hold on one second. My stream is still lagging on me. Buffering for some reason.
So technically, your end is just acting up.
Yeah, my internet's acting up right now. Okay, all right, I'm back. I'm back.
Where are you on right now? I think I'm on the.
Well, right now, what's going on right now is that they're doing. Well, I'm just catching up now because my stream just started. So Swerve came out. Darby just speared Swerve through the rope.
So technically, I'm faster than you. I mean, no offense. I mean,
Yeah,
mine's
yeah.
fast.
Well, as far as the internet, yeah, right now you're faster than I am on stream. And Darby just jumped out on I forget his name, the Japanese dude. I forget his name.
Well, it starts letter M and ends and his first name starts letter M and his last name starts letter S. It just in case no one get confused. MS.
Oh man,
I
this
can't, I
guy
can't pronounce.
volleyed pretty quick.
I can't pronounce all this. I can't pronounce this. I can't pronounce some Japanese names though a lot, even when they're on AEW TV.
Yeah, it's difficult. It can be difficult. I have difficulty pronouncing those two.
The only person I can pronounce, well, the only person I know Japanese in AEW is what's his name? Don Callis's, what's his name? Suzuki?
Yeah, I think yeah.
Kambodo Suzuki, I think. I think that's his name.
Taki.
And what about this? And Kota Ibushi, that's the Golden Elite member.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ibushi. That's him and Kenny Omega had that storyline going for a while. It's still going. The Golden Lovers, I think.
Oh, great. Here's another thing. What is Golden Lovers? That sounds very familiar, but I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, that was Kenny and uh geez, the name is slipping me. I'm usually so good with these names. I don't know why they're slipping out of my head tonight.
Yeah. The Golden Lovers. That sounds very familiar. It sounds like Billy and Chuck, but different.
Billy and Chuck. Oh man, I forgot all about Billy and Chuck. That was some crazy stuff. You can't
And
do
we all
that
know,
today.
and we all know last week Billy Gunn has. I don't know if he's officially retired or is he just taking some time off. Then everyone's been saying he's officially retired, like his wife Paula says, and Jerry Lynn, maybe a few other people.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, because I wouldn't put it past Billy Gunn to pull a Mark Henry. You know what I'm saying? Like to have this whole thing play out to where he was just swerving everybody, and it was just a huge heel turn. You know?
Yeah, you mean? Oh yeah, Mark Henry, but Mark Henry only took like one night. Billy Gunn's going to take a week, or
Yeah.
maybe 2 or 3 weeks or a month.
I mean, but honestly speaking, if this is the end of the road for Billy as far as his career, I personally, I say thank you. You
Yeah,
know, for all he's done.
I've been trying to message Monty. That's his real name. That's Billy Gunn's
Yeah.
real name. Seeing how he's doing, how he's holding up, and all that. But sometimes some wrestlers, even they're retired, do not want to come talk.
Yeah,
Even they're
that's
busy.
true.
So, yeah, yeah, like that. Well, let's see. Now we're only. Well, let's see. I know we're already about 30 minutes past, but I'll say it anyway. So we all know this Wednesday night is a very special night. We all know it's Dynamite 200, but featuring
Yeah.
an hour before Dynamite at exactly 6 p.m. Central Time, or 6 a.m. Well, here, and I think Connor said 7 p.m. Central Eastern Time. I think.
I think so. I think it's 7 Central, and
And
it'll
during
be it'll be 6 up here. So
Well, yeah, okay. Well, anyway, an hour before Dynamite, before we go on the Dynamite 200, we are going to be talking to the. We're going to talk to the very first former WWE Intercontinental Champion and also the first African American to carry the Intercontinental Champion, and also the man who joined the Nation of Domination, and you already know him. You already know him as Big T from WCW. He is
yeah,
Ahman Johnson.
it's gonna be so much fun. We always have good times on our interviews. And if you have never watched any of our interviews, please do so. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Hit the like button. We got some big things coming for this channel, and it's going to be exciting. And I hope you all are going to join along with us on the journey.
And I do, and I do hope, and I do hope. Well, now I'm gonna. I'm just gonna say we're gonna ask some of the questions though about Ahman Johnson, his career, his early career, and speculations and all that. Even if he doesn't want to tell us about it, that's fine.
Of course. And we'll also have time for the viewers to ask questions as well. If you're in the chat that night and you want to ask Ahmed a question, feel free. We'll let it slide as long as it's not offensive. I mean, act accordingly, and you'll be able to chime in and ask Ahmed Johnson a question of your own.
And also what was that? Oh, dang it. So yeah, Ahmed Johns will be on this podcast 1 hour before we go to Dynamite 200. And you know what else though? About 2 nights before this and also on July 31st. And I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for saying this, but Ahmed Johnson will be making his other podcast appearance 2 nights before he joins us. He'll be on live in color with one half a PG-13 member, Wolfie D.
All right.
So he'll be making some of the rare podcast appearances.
Brenda says it's going to be a great interview, and that it will.
Yeah, indeed.
Mike
Yeah, indeed.
says AZ Canada was really good, and I agree. I saw it, and I tell you what, man, it has some great opinions, great views, everything was different opinions that are all valid, and it was great to watch. And I think we're going to have a lot more of AZ Canada coming at you. Hopefully, we'll be able to do AZ UK one of these days or something like that. But yeah, AZ Canada was really good. Can't wait for more. And I mean, what do you think? Did you get to watch it, Chris?
Well, I was busy doing some projects, doing all that, but and plus, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or trying to, it's just that I'm just busy a lot. That's all.
I get it. I'm busy a lot too. So I totally understand that. If you get a chance, check it out. They did a really good job on AZ Canada, and I can't wait to see more episodes.
You got that right. Eh? That's what
Oh,
that's what Canada always says. Hey, look, eh? Here's another. Yeah, I wonder what's gonna happen. We're gonna have AZ all over the world, like in the near future, like UK, Australia, maybe Japan or China.
Global domination.
Yeah, I wish I wish we could do this. I mean, I know we're doing AZ live, but that's on a video broadcast. But I wonder what's going to we do an AZ live on stage podcast. Well, we can still do a podcast, but live in front of everybody.
That's a great idea, Chris. I like the sound of that. That'll be
But
fun.
yeah, but the problem is, yeah, I do, yeah. I mean, we've seen a lot of people doing a live on stage podcast, whether it's what and all that.
But I think if we all put our heads together, we can work that out one of these days. Have a live show and have an audience and everything. It'll be fun. That'll be
And
fun.
I wish one of the wrestlers would come in to join the podcast though and say what they have to say or and all that.
That's a good idea, Chris. We got to work on that. We should all get together and work on that sometime soon in the future.
Connor,
That'd
if
be
you're watching this, do you think it would be a good idea? If or anyone else thinks, comment below. Well,
yeah. If you would like to see an all elite zone live show with an audience, let us know in the chat.
well, we got our. But here's the kicker though. Not all of us can't be on. Not all of us can't be in one place. I mean, Mr. Jacobs, you are well, not well. I know this is Connor's.
That's
Connor's
where
producer, but you're in.
that's where the planning comes in. We have to plan it all out.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We got to plan it all out though and all that. It'll be like a reunion, except different.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe one of these days in the future we can work that out and put it all together. But it's a good idea, though. We're gonna put a pin in that one.
Yeah. Yeah, but it will, as I said, it will take a year or two. If only we can get an AEW star or indie wrestler who would show up for the podcast
I'm sure
or
we
a
can
live
work
stage
something out.
show podcast. Sorry, go ahead.
Wow.
But I think, whatever. Oh,
I
here
think
we
Darby
go.
Allin just picked up the win, I believe.
Yeah, he did. Oh, sorry, my bad.
Mike says I'll be here next Wednesday. Awesome.
Way to go, Mike.
Brenda, Chris, I think this would be good. The idea that you had, yeah, exactly. I agree with Brenda. Chris, that's a great idea to do a live show with all of us. We can plan it out sometime in the future. That'd be fun, not actually.
A very near future indeed. If only, yeah, but we got, yeah, but the quite, yeah, it could be like, it'll be like watch, well, we gotta watch all, we all know we gotta watch All Elite Wrestling on TV or maybe a projector.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a watch party, except for doing a podcast in the middle of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish AEW would hurry and recognize us anyway. I know sometimes other AEZ, I mean other shows who recommended by All Elite Wrestling or whatever, I wish All Elite Wrestling would recognize us though.
I'm sure we're on the radar, but I mean, we have, look at it with all elite zone. I'm pretty sure we're on the radar somewhere.
And let me see. I know we had a Sabu. We had Sabu. It was about 2 years before he got a one-time signing with AEW for a one-night only appearance.
Yeah.
And what else? Who else do we have before they joined AEW or been to AEW or whatever? We got Eric Redbeard. He was in AEW for a period of time.
Right.
And who else do we? Bryce Rember, the referee.
Yeah.
Who? I think I. Oh, and we also got the. Do we have one of the Kingdom members on here? What was his
Yeah,
name?
Matt. Yeah, Taven. Yeah,
Okay.
Taven was on.
Yeah. Well,
Did you notice Tony Storm had the Marilyn Monroe look going?
Yeah.
Kind of good. It looks pretty good, like with the hair like that.
But still, I just read today that Brian Pillman Jr. will be making his final indie appearances though before he officially signs with WWE or NXT or WWE NXT for now. Then he'll join World Wrestling Entertainment.
Yeah.
But let's just make sure he doesn't pass away just like his dad did, because he joined WWE for a year and 3 months till before he passed. Let's make sure he doesn't do the
Well,
same.
him and his dad are two different people. They're two different people, man. So we can't put what his dad did on him.
Well, I'm not trying to be bad, and I'm not trying to be having a jinx on him. I'm just saying.
I know, but you can't malign what Brian Pillman Sr. did with Brian Pillman Jr. They're two different
Yeah.
two different people.
Yeah. I just well, and we all yeah.
Poor
I
Gravity, man. Poor Gravity. He is gonna be slaughtered.
and I do hope Brian Pillman Jr. gets a title, a major title. He was close winning the AEW tag titles along with Griff Garrison.
Yeah.
And Brian Pillman was close though beating MJF until MJF just ugh.
I remember that. I remember that.
I don't know what else that Brian Pillman Jr. almost
Look
tried
at
to win or
look
tried
at
to.
look at Gravity and Joe, man. This is
Where's
poor
Gravity from
Gravity.
anyway? I think he's from New Mexico, isn't he?
Gravity?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Look at Gravity. All he's doing is
Joe's
just
not even
doing a
selling it.
moonwalk.
He's not selling for him at all.
Indeed.
He's barely selling anything.
Well, anyway, we'll get back to the other suggestions after this match or maybe commercial. I don't know. But anyway, well, that's new, but I'm not
Yeah.
saying.
Whoa. Oh, that is new. He bops him right on the head. You see Samoa just bops him right upside the head.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the size difference, though. Check out the size difference.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. I'm not saying anything. I mean, I know you're not ahead of me, so I'm just not saying anything. Or as you always tell me, no
Yes.
spoilers.
Yes. I caught exactly what you were talking about. He hasn't done that in a long time, though. He hasn't done that in a long time.
He's been doing it sometimes in AEW until
Well,
it's just been a while. I've seen Samoa Joe, well, not in person, but I've seen him in action in TNA Slammiversary back in 2008 when he was still the world champion. You know
yeah.
what Slammiversary took place? In South Haven, Mississippi.
Oh, yeah. That's okay. Yeah.
And I was there. Well, me and my dad were there.
Samoa Joe wins with the Muscle Buster, of course.
Well, I wonder what CM Punk's going to say about Ricky Starks winning and keep cheating and all that.
I mean, what do you think about this side of Ricky Starks? I mean, I think it's about time this part of him came out.
Well, that's a botch on the camera.
I just
Yeah.
I just noticed that box on the camera too.
Yeah, they must have forgot to see which button's which.
Right. That was a great match, honestly. I mean, for what it was not bad. I got exactly what I wanted to see Samoa Joe win the match. I mean, that's exactly what I wanted. And poor Gravity, he he couldn't he couldn't get a word in edgewise. I mean, he couldn't do anything really. I mean, he did a couple of arm drags and everything, but I mean, Samoa Joe had his number anyway. So. Yeah, Mike, I agree. Samoa Joe made a huge fool out of Gravity. That was hilarious.
Yep. Indeed. So, yeah.
So I think next, well, I don't know. I think CM Punk should be talking next. I don't know. They may be just going to the tag team title. No, that should be the main event, though. I mean, I hope it's the main event.
I hope so too. They still got the 6-man tag team match with Juice Robinson and the Guns.
Yeah.
And the Acclaim is not. You know what else? I haven't seen the Acclaim though since a week ago. They haven't been on Rampage. They haven't been on Dynamite last week.
Yeah, not since that whole thing with Billy.
They're probably still down, as you said. They're probably still down and out though for a while due to Billy Gunn can't doesn't well as some people say don't have it anymore.
Darla says, "Hey, Chris."
Hey, Darla.
Mike says, "Punk is next."
Indeed.
Let's go, Punk.
Oh yeah.
I mean, people have their opinions about CM Punk, but honestly speaking, I feel like he's one of those. He's one of those people that will speak his mind no matter what the hell you think about him, and I respect that.
The only thing I respect about CM Punk that well, I mean, I care he's a wrestler, but the only thing I care about him because he's a straight edge.
Yeah.
Just like I did, you know. Well, actually, just like I am, you know, right now.
You're part of the straight edge society, Chris?
Huh?
You're part of the straight edge society?
Well, no, well, I know he doesn't have that anymore, but I'm just saying.
No, I'm making a joke. I'm making a joke.
I'm just a straight edge man, you know. I don't drink, smoke, or do any of the drugs or whatever.
So you're part of the straight edge society.
Oh,
that's what it is, right?
Oh, they're back live. I don't know if you're on. I don't know if you're either behind me or right in front of me or right where I am.
I think I'm probably about a minute behind you, maybe 2.
You mean 10 seconds, maybe 15.
No, I'm probably about. Well, I'm back now, so I would say about 30 seconds. 30 seconds behind you.
Yeah. As the words of Hurricane Helms. What's up with that?
Time zones are a bitch, man. Time zones are a bitch.
There's that T-shirt, though. I think Connor wore that before.
Yeah, he has that same shirt, yeah.
And look, he's got the red bag. I wonder what's on that red bag, though. I think someone just made a reference about John Cena and a mermaid.
What's in the bag, though? What's in the bag? What's in the box? Tell me what's in the box.
You see LeBron James? I don't see him.
LeBron James?
Oh.
I have to say, I don't see him.
You said LeBron.
I didn't say LeBron. I was about to say, I didn't see LeBron out there.
Oh, it must. Well, just in case everyone's been wondering, I can hear everyone. I can hear the podcast and everything, but on the other ear, I'm listening to the TV though without turning the TV up in front of y'all. You know.
Gotcha.
So that way it won't be echoing, or I can hear the TV without having any. What do they call it? Transmission problems.
Right.
Or audio video difficulty problems.
What's he got in that bag though? I'm wondering what the hell's in that bag.
It's probably the AEW World Championship he won last year.
Oh, okay. That would make sense, though.
And remember, well, I hope he does get his revenge on MJF.
I think it's going to come eventually. I think we're going to have to wait a little longer for that one. Let's see what the man has to say. I'm not sure if my audio's off of my TV or if it's the stream. Gotta turn my stuff up a little bit. Can we just ask the question I've been asking this whole time? What's in the bag?
Oh! Oh yeah, they are in Hartford, Connecticut, and I know where
Oh,
that place is.
oh yeah.
The other territory. Well, the headquarters of the territory.
They're enemy territory. Behind enemy lines.
I hope no WWE better not show up. You know, last night on SmackDown, I saw a guy wearing a Hook T-shirt on WWE TV.
I saw that too.
It was a white
I'm
T-shirt with Hook and black logo. You know,
I'm surprised it didn't. I'm surprised it didn't block that out or blur it out or something. I don't know how that got put on
like
WWE
that time I
television.
like that time I saw Julia Hart's T-shirt in front of a WWE TV.
And see, I would think that some people back there would be like, "Oh, you can't show that on our television." But I mean, I think it's cool though. I don't see anything wrong with wearing another promotion to another wrestling show. I mean, you're promoting wrestling as a whole. That's the way I see it. I think you're dropping hints on what's in the bag. I'm not.
I'll agree with that. Even though Ricky Starks is famous. Uh oh, here we go. Oh,
I mean, CM Punk has a point though. You can't say he doesn't have a point.
I agree with that.
I'm asking you this, Chris. Have you ever seen the show Heels?
Say that again.
Have you seen the show Heels?
Heels, heels, heels.
Like, it's a
Oh, the Stephen Amell show.
yeah. Have you seen it?
I don't have stars.
Oh, dude, you gotta. It's a show I recommend to you. You love that show, dude. It's a great show. You ever get a chance to get stars, get it and check out that show.
And AJ Lee's supposed to be on there too.
Yeah, this season,
Oh, here we
they
go.
actually
Here we
just
go. I'm not going to say it, but here we go.
did season two. Well, it's out now. What's in there, man? What's in the bag?
I knew it. I knew it. But I'm not saying it, but I knew it.
You called that 100%, man. You called that 100%, Chris. Good on you, man. You called that 100%. Michael says, "What if he put in CM Punk's bag, Chris?"
I am not saying it because I know Mr. Jacobs is probably behind me.
No. It's out now. You called it 100%. You called that one.
Uh-oh. What's this? Oh, boy.
Oh, I see what he's doing now. I see what CM Punk's up to now.
Oh, I know what he's doing. He's probably calling it the straight edge champion.
The straight edge champion. The straight edge championship. That's kind of dope, though. It's kind of dope, though. You think about it.
Oh, I love that.
I like where this is going, though. We were just speaking of straight edge. You called that 100%, Chris. Good job on you, man.
And
Chris, I'm impressed. You called that championship belt 100%. I'm impressed with that one. You, it's like you knew what was going to happen, Chris. How did you know?
He's going to use a lot of fireworks again.
Are you booking for AEW, Chris? What's going on here?
What?
I said, are you booking for AEW? What's going on here? You called the championship belt out of the bag. That was impressive.
I'm. I don't know. Well, I don't know what you're talking about, Mr. Jacob. I thought you said it was already out when you see it.
No, I said I'm joking with you, dude. I'm saying that you were right whenever you said it was going to be the belt.
Oh no! If Ricky starts using the fireworks again, I ain't gonna like it. What is that? What is Ricky Starks even wearing? It looks like a straitjacket vest or whatever that
Uh,
is.
well, Ricky has always had his fingers on the palm of fashion on the pulse of fashion. I don't know what that is, Chris. Honestly, I don't know what he's wearing.
Oh boy.
I will say this: I do like his shades though. Ricky has some pretty cool shades. Man.
Oh.
Ricky, no excuses. CM Punk calling Ricky, yeah, of course. But the thing is, Ricky's not wrong either. He is owed that. He is owed that. Let's be real about it. Because himself the face of collision now. Oh, you
That
said
sounds
Stevie
like
Wonder
Brian
could see the
Cage.
writing on the wall.
That straight edge AEW championship looks pretty good.
Honestly, I like where this is going. I mean, a straight edge championship belt. I mean, that's kind of dope. Now the crowd, they're picking their side. I like that. I like that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, if half the crowd are yelling CM Punk, the other half yelling for Starks.
Whoa! He said it.
Oh, damn.
You misheard that, didn't you?
Woo, man. Yes. Ricky is spitting fire tonight, man. Go up the stairs to get one of your friends. That was a good one. I gotta admit, man. I mean, I'm kind of excited to see where they're gonna go with CM and Starks. I mean, a heel Starks is. I've always been a fan of Starks as a heel. I think he's a better heel than the face, personally. So where do you think they're go? I mean, where are they going?
Whoa! Can it happen? I'm not saying who, but can it happen?
Oh man, where are they going with this? I am in.
Well, I'm not saying who unless you already find out who already.
Well,
You already know who?
nope. My stream was lagging a little bit. You can tell me. Go ahead.
You sure?
Yes, go ahead. I'm gonna give you permission.
Well, in that case, all right. As to words of Tony Schiavone, the special guest referee for Ricky Starks and CM Punk for the AEW in CM Punk's first straight edge champion, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Oh yes. Oh yes. I'm in 100% now. Okay, now you split that name out. I'm in 100% now. 100%. I want to see where this is going. I want to see where this is going.
Well, let's see if Ricky the Dragon Steamboat calls it down the middle, or is Ricky Starks gonna cheat once again with Ricky's help? Or
Now, when have you ever known Steamboat to not be going down the middle as far as like he Ricky Steamboat has always been a face, always.
well,
So
that's true. Really?
so I don't really expect him to swerve any. He may he may take a ref bump. I'll say he might take a ref bump, but he's not gonna be like a crooked ref. I don't see that in Ricky the Dragon. I don't see him doing that.
I'm not. Yeah, yeah. I'll tell you. I'll give you that though. I mean, I thought Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was still in AEW. I mean WWE or something.
I believe he's just a Hall of Famer. I don't think he has a Legends contract or anything. I mean, he's not contract. He doesn't really have a contract with them or nothing. He's in the Hall of Fame. That's all. Pretty much all I know about him right now as far as WWE.
Well. Speaking of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, though, he was on AEW before, wasn't he?
I believe so. Yeah.
I think he was on one of the TVs or pay-per-views. I think.
Yeah. Oh, Michael asks, Christopher, who will play you in the All Elite Zone movie?
Oh, jeez, Michael. That's enough, please.
Well, I mean, we've all been asked that question lately, and we haven't heard from you. So I've answered. I said I would play myself because nobody could play the 5-star man like the 5-star man. But who would play you, Chris?
I don't know. I mean, that's a hard question for me. Trust me, when I get these questions, I don't know. Or different kinds of questions, I don't know.
I think you could play yourself. Nobody can be Chris Downs. Nobody else could be Chris Downs. Nobody but Chris Downs.
Unless there's a lookalike of me. Well, 5-star man. Well, no offense, Mr. Jacobs, but first you were Cool Hand, and now you're the 5-star man.
I'm all of that in a bag of chips.
Well, you're the 5-star man with one R, but we also here in the Mid South have a 5-star, and his name is Dustin 5-star with 2
I've heard
R's.
that name before.
Because I said it many times. and he's also the like I think he's the new commentator of Memphis Wrestling, the new version of Memphis Wrestling.
Nice.
I mean, I know you're not in the Mid South area. You're more like in Colorado area, Bobby Lashley's territory.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, speaking of Bobby Lashley, though, you ever seen him before since you're around Colorado?
Well, not walking around here, but I saw him in Denver. Not not
Was it
where I'm
wrestling?
not the part of Colorado I'm at. I saw him in Denver.
Well, wait a minute. Where you live? You say you live in Colorado Springs?
Yeah, but he's from Colorado Springs, but I met him. I saw him in Denver.
Wrestling event or just or was he out of character?
No, I was at a wrestling event.
And remember, AEW was in your hometown though I think about a couple of months ago.
Yeah,
Last month.
Yeah.
And yes,
Brenda says Steamboat will call it right, and he will. He's never been a crooked a day of his life.
Or a bribe ref. I hope no one doesn't bribe him though. Like I don't know.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, the Dragon is not gonna. He's not gonna swerve. He's never done that before. He may take a bump, but he's not gonna swerve. He's not gonna be a crooked ref. I don't see that happening.
And here's another question though. Since he's not a bad or a crooked referee, what might happen though if he gets knocked out or anything? He doesn't see anything, and next thing you know, Ricky Starks
Exactly.
will beat CM Punk 3 times in almost 3 weeks. First we
see that's what I'm saying. Exactly, Chris. That's what I'm saying. Like he wouldn't swerve. He'd probably take a ref bump and he wouldn't see what happens. And then when he comes to, he sees Starks on top of CM, and he takes the pin.
Oh, so that's a ref bump.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad. Wrong sentence.
He pulled out Jay White's.
Why do they have a cutout of Jay White? I mean,
they got a cutout of him. I guess he couldn't be there in person, so they pull a cutout of him.
Like he is there.
And they popped him against the ring. That's hilarious. Oh man, I love wrestling.
You mean you love professional wrestling?
It's all the same. Wrestling. It's wrestling.
Yeah. Wrestling, professional wrestling, fighting, you name it.
Oh, Vikingo takes a brutal bump into the post.
Yeah. I wonder, we haven't seen the Icon Sting in a while, though. I mean, last time we saw him, he was in a tag match with the Painmaker and Sammy Guevara, along with Darby Allin. And he said he's probably going to take some time off, though, because he did make a stinger splash from the ladder to the table where Sammy Guevara was on. His mouth was bleeding.
Yeah.
Wonder what could happen.
Oh, Michael asks, Christopher, will you dance like Prince Nana on the podcast tonight?
No. That's the answer to your question. No.
That's a big no, Michael.
I don't know what's up with Prince Nana, but all he does is just being a crooked, as you said, Mr. Jacobs, a crooked manager. Different terms. I don't know when's he gonna. I mean, has he ever been a wrestler, or is he just a manager?
I have no idea, honestly. I mean, the first I ever heard of him was on the indie circuit. He was a manager.
Yeah, and now
this was years ago.
Yeah, let me tell you one thing though. If I was in charge of AEW, well, one of the shows, I would be like, if Prince Nana interferes in that match in any way, then Swerve Strickland will be disqualified, and the winner will go on to Darby Allin.
I mean, in the perfect world, that's how it would go. But I mean, these days they don't even play the rules like that anymore in wrestling.
I mean, the only thing, I like the director of Authority. What's his name? Dusty Rhodes. I remember him, and The only thing I like about his line was like against all odds 2005, right before he was like, if Jeff Jarrett uses the guitar on his opponent Kevin Nash, then Jeff Jarrett will be disqualified, stripped from the champion, and will be rewarded to Kevin Nash if he uses the guitar.
See, yes, those are that's exactly kind of some Dusty Rhodes rules right there. I don't see those are like the old school. I mean, and it's not really bad. It's not a bad thing that if there's a disqualification, then let's say because at that time, if you were the champion and you lost by DQ, you lost the belt at that time. Whereas today, if you lose by DQ, the title doesn't change hands. At that time, back then, you would lose the title if you got DQ'd.
Yeah, just like Genesis 2006 when Sting lost the title by disqualification to Abyss when Sting was overreacted, way overreacted.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, sucks though, but that's the Dusty Rhodes rules, like you said.
Yeah,
Like
that's
the
the
Fabulous
rules.
Freebird rules, like two, like if there's three people with two championship belts, like the tag team, it could be with whoever it is.
Yeah, the New Day did that.
Yeah, Fabulous Freebird did it too. Well,
that's
where
they got it. They got it from the Freebirds.
I know, but I'm just saying it, And the Von Erichs, I think.
No, I don't think the Von Erichs did that. I don't think the Von Erichs did it like that. If I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, you used to live in Texas until you moved.
Yeah, and I don't. That's as far as the Von Erichs and the Freebirds, that was like one of the hugest storylines back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean people really hated the Freebirds to the point to where they wanted to see them dead, like for real.
Yeah.
They made the Von Erichs rock stars.
I thought the Fabulous Freebirds were rock star. How do you explain Bad Street USA?
Well, I mean, in Texas, the Von Erichs were total rock stars, dude. Total rock stars. They could write their own ticket in Texas.
Yeah. Yeah.
And thing is, you couldn't throw a rock without somebody knowing about the Von Erichs in Texas. That's how big they were. Everybody knew them.
I can't. Yeah. Until I'm not. Yeah. I don't know anything about the Von Erichs though. I know one of them is Kerry Von Erich. I think he's the last living member left.
Yeah, he's still alive. And his sons also wrestle as well too.
Oh, jeez, I hate that Don Callis.
You're not alone, man.
All that he does is like a manipulative manager. I remember him though. He was known as the Jackal. He was known as the virus of extreme wrestling, and he was known as the vice president of Impact Wrestling.
Right.
Why can't they just get rid of this guy?
Mike says, like your shirt, Chris, I got one similar to that, blue and white.
Well, this is the Painmaker shirt, Chris Jericho's Painmaker shirt. The one that says, hell is coming for you. Yeah. I did not know Chris Jericho had another version of these. I thought there was only one, the red one.
I'm sure there's different colors out there of the same shirt.
But not.
It would be smart to make different colors of it.
Yeah, I hope they have it in blue because I would love to have that. Well,
that'd be cool to rock in blue, though. It really be. Blue's my favorite color. That'd be cool to rock in blue.
Blue's my favorite color too because it represents my disability.
Word.
As y'all may know, well, from the past podcasts.
Michael, Mr. Jacobs, will you dance like Prince Nana on the podcast tonight and get Prince and get Christopher to dance like Prince Nana? No, that's a no from my side too. I'm not a dancer.
Huge no, Michael. And by the way, Michael, it's Chris, not Christopher. I mean, I know Christopher's my full name, but that's for the family to say. Friends call me Chris. like Mr. Jacobs did.
Right. So you got to fall in line, Michael. You got to fall in line, buddy.
Plus, I mean, as just everyone wonders out there, my real name is Christopher Downs, but my family calls me Chris. I mean Christopher, but my friends call me Chris and Chris alone. And just not to be confused, I did not mean Chris Malone, like related to Post Malone. You know,
Shout out to Post Malone.
this is it's just Chris Downs to friends and other people who needs to know me.
So do you understand that, Michael?
I already, yeah, yeah. Well, well, yeah. I don't know. Well, I mean, I know I'm not Michael. You know,
Has anyone met? Mike asks, has anyone met Jimmy Hart before? I'm meeting him this weekend.
I
Oh, that's
did.
cool. Oh, really? That's pretty badass. Tell us about the time you met Jimmy Hart.
Well, you talking to me?
Yeah, you.
Well, I met Jimmy Hart. It was only one time though. It was during Tupelo Con, and he was part of it along with the wrestling event. It was me and a friend of mine. We got a picture with him like he's our manager, because me and my best friend, we were wearing the Dudley Boys shirts because we represent the Dudley Boys. Mr.
Oh,
Jacob
yeah.
and Mr. Jacobs, you've seen him before. Well, not in person, but on the podcast.
Yeah.
Well, he was as a guest member on the podcast for a couple of shows.
So you were Bubba, he was Devon.
Well, you said, well, I was Bubba Ray and
Yeah,
Arrow
he was
Devon.
Devon. Yeah.
Yeah, because because Arrow, he's got bald head and he kind of looks like Devon Dudley right now. Or after Devon Dudley got his shaved head back in 2004. You there?
Yeah.
And I was Bubba Ray, or now Bully Ray, because I mean, I was a little. I mean, I'm still big. Well, not too big. I mean, and all that. And the only thing that we didn't represent the Dudley Boys was we had the Dudley Boys T-shirt, the return T-shirts when they returned to the WWE after 10 years. We didn't have their glasses or anything. We didn't have the camouflage, just the T-shirts. We had the wristbands on. I was wearing the black wristbands, and Arrow was wearing white wristbands. No offense, Mr. Jacobs.
No offense to what? I'm not offended. None taken.
It was just wristbands. It was not like
No offense taken, Chris. No worries.
Yeah, those are the only things we were. And during at the time after we took that picture, me and Earl, we were in the cosplay contest. We were, I think, fourth people in line, and we did like Devon and Bubba Ray did. I went to Earl like, Devon. He went, what? And I just went, get the tables. But an alternative. Oh, sorry. The comments popped up.
Oh, Matthew. I want MJF and Cole to win, but I don't know if they will win. You know what? That's my thing too. I mean, because like I would love to see him win, but I want them to fight.
I agree with that. But anyway, back to my story for a second.
Before he was so rudely interrupted by the comment.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, just go ahead, man. Just messing around with you, dude.
I got to start realizing that. Sometimes I am sensitive, and here we go.
Chris, are you a big Don Callis fan? Chris, I hope you get to meet Don Callis.
I'm not a big
Michael's ruffling your feathers, dude. He's just ruffling your feathers.
I'm not a big fan of Don Callis. Well, I mean, I know he could be a good guy when they're off camera. And I don't know if anyone's seen this, but Don Callis beat up a fan. You seen that?
Beat up a fan? I didn't see that. I didn't see him beat up a fan. I saw a fan put a chokehold on him, but I didn't see him beat up a fan.
Well, I don't know who provoked first. It was either Don Callis or the fan. It was recent because I saw it. I think it was about a couple of weeks ago.
Oh no, he didn't. No, he didn't beat up a fan. A fan jumped on him and thought that it was real.
So you all you fans out there, sometimes they could be off script, sometimes they could be on script. Well, I said in reverse, you know.
I think that, well, my advice is do not get involved. Just enjoy the show.
Or as the words of Vince McMahon would say, to entertain you.
There you go.
Anyway, back to this Dudley boy for a second. I know I'm interrupting again, but let me say this. Um, so we did an alternative, where Devon gets the table, but instead we did a reverse, like Earl or
He
Devon
told you to
won't.
get the table.
It was more like I don't see a table, and what I did was I remember those figure size tables for action figures.
Yeah, yeah.
I just went and I got one behind me, and I gave him the table, and he unfolded.
That's pretty. That's actually pretty funny.
And also in conclusion, we actually won a trophy.
Oh, that's cool too.
I'll be right back. I think I got it. It's right next to me.
Mercedes is looking so good in the ring right now. It's and that's the thing. I mean, I'm so used to seeing her on Ring of Honor. So it's great to see her on AEW television.
We actually won a trophy though from that night.
That's a nice trophy, bro.
Yeah, I know it's not real. It's from best two. It's from best exhibition craftsmanship.
It's still a nice looking trophy.
Yeah, as I said, I know it's not real. Real gold and all that, but it's still a good trophy, like you said.
Yeah. Chris, okay. Michael asked Chris if you could meet one wrestler, and if you could meet one wrestler. Okay, I see what he's saying. If we can meet one wrestler that we haven't met, who would it be? Like for you, go ahead. You go first.
Okay. Like the one wrestler I haven't met yet.
That you want to.
Well, let me see. Well, I know. Two wrestlers I want to meet. One of them is Stone Cold Steve Austin, but I know he's a lot busy. And the second, who is still in wrestling and still under Indies appearances. Oh, jeez, I don't know. There's a lot of superstars I want to meet. And no, it's not MJF, Michael.
Don't go there, Michael.
Well, I actually had to think about meeting Brian Pillman Jr. because everyone else got to meet him though except me. But now since he's going to the WWE, I don't think so. Now.
Well, I guess for me, I guess one of the main wrestlers I've always wanted to meet. Well, there's actually two. Like yourself. One would be Triple H. I would love to pick the brain of Triple H. That would be cool. And another one would be AJ Styles because he's one of my favorite wrestlers in the world, and I would love to. He's like kind of you can say the holy grail for me as far as meeting wrestlers. If I can meet him, I don't want to meet another wrestler. You know what I mean? Like that'll be it for me. Like I'll be happy just meeting AJ Styles, and if I don't get to meet another wrestler, I'll be happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I always like to meet second generation stars, though. As I said, like Brian Pillman Jr. and there's the Guns, and we also got Devon Dudley's twin sons, Terrence and Terrell Hughes, or as they call or they call themselves TNT or T plus T.
Good question, Michael.
Very good question indeed. But Mr. Jacobs, I mean, Triple H and AJ Styles, we all know they're under WWE contract. Well, we all know Triple H is under COO and possibly fixing to be the new chairman of WWE, maybe. And AJ Styles, he's still under active wrestling in WWE.
Yeah. And I think for me, I mean, I would just love to pick their brains because I know they have so much knowledge of the business, and I want to be that sponge to get, to soak up that knowledge. You know what I mean? Mercedes with the Dragon Sleeper. She ain't letting go either. I love me some Martinez, man. I love me some Mercedes, man. She ain't let go. Now she let go.
Oh boy,
Chris, here we go. Chris Statlander.
fixing to say. Sometimes they can get my names mixed up with her, and her starts with letter K.
Oh, wow. Look at this. What's going on here? Just planted her with that damn thing. Brenda says, ask Connor when he met AJ Styles. I'll be sure to do that. I will be sure to do that.
Well, I'm not gonna say anything, but never mind.
Michael, do you think? Oh, Michael asks, do you think? Oh, who do you think will win tonight, Chris and Mr. Jacobs? Who will win? MJF, Adam Cole. Are you or do you think? Okay, I see what you're asking here. I see what you're asking. You're asking who do we think is going to win tonight?
Or yeah. Sometimes yeah. I mean, I'm gonna step out of character for a second on the podcast. I actually did met Michael and all that, but he's just he's well I'm not but I actually met Michael, but so back to character. Uh, I'm probably gonna have to say FTR, or sometimes there is usually a plan though when they usually have to mix storylines up.
Yeah, I mean, okay. I think for me, like I said it before. I mean, I would love to see MJF and Adam Cole win, but I don't want to see them as tag team champs. I want to see them fighting each other. So saying that, I'm going for FTR.
Here we go. The main event's up next.
It's about to go down, folks.
I wonder what MJF thinks that CM Punk got the championship, but with the with that X on it though. I don't know what's it going to be called now. The AEW straight edge world champion, or is it going to be like a straight edge world champion?
I think Straight Edge World Champion sounds pretty badass, honestly.
I'll give you that, and I like it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Brenda wants FTR to win. I'm with you. I'm totally with you on that. I mean, I think okay, they're Adam Cole and MJF. They're great together, no doubt. I mean, we know that right now. But I feel like they're better when they're fighting each other. I feel like they'll be so much better and more entertaining than fighting each other.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
And
Yeah,
I mean, think of and the thing is that we all know that MJF is a snake. We all know he's an asshole. We know how he plays the game. So I think the main reason why he's keeping Adam so close to him is because he doesn't want Adam to challenge him for that belt.
yeah. He wants out of it though. I remember MJF did offer Adam Cole his rematch. I wish he had some witnesses around them to say. I heard him said that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matthew says Mercedes Martinez is turning heel. Well, personally, honestly speaking, she's always been kind of a heel. You know, she's always been heelish. You know, she can play a baby face, but I think she's a better heel than anything. Honestly speaking.
Uh huh. Yeah.
And Matthew has Cole and MJF.
Well, unless they're you know what Adam Cole and MJF remind me of?
What?
Well, everyone's saying that Adam Cole looks like Shawn Michaels. Well, or what did MJF say about like a like a he kind of looks like Shawn Michaels. I say if they win the match tonight, it'll be just like John Cena and Shawn Michaels winning the championships back in 2007.
Oh snap, Chris! I didn't even think about that. You got a point though. I didn't even
Because
think about that.
MJF is like John Cena, and he's got the championship like John Cena did, and Adam Cole, who wants to kick MJF in the face, just like Shawn Michaels did to Diesel. Let's see, who else did Shawn Michaels teamed up with besides Diesel, who super kicked him? Psycho Sid.
Yeah,
Who else?
Marty Jannetty.
Well, he didn't super kick him. I'll give him
He
that.
did super kick Marty Jannetty. That's
Yeah.
how they broke up the Rockers.
Oh yeah. They were on the what was it called? The barber shop.
Yeah, Bruce the Barber Beefcake's barbershop threw up in the window.
And there was who else Shawn Michaels teamed up with? I mean, I think that's about everybody, and John Cena.
Yeah, he teamed up with Triple H, but Triple H turned on him because Triple H knew. Yeah, because Triple H knew that Shawn was always better.
Yeah. So MJF is like a John Cena, and Adam Cole is Shawn Michaels. If they do win the titles tonight, the first thing that Adam Cole's going to do is going to super kick MJF right in the face, just like John Cena did. I mean, just like Shawn Michaels did to John Cena.
Okay, good point, man.
And other to his tag team partners way back then.
Well, the time has come. Now we're about to find out what is going to happen.
Let's see if my prediction's right. Well, I'm not trying to say Adam Cole and MJF should get the win. I'm not saying that.
I mean, the thing is that with what they're doing right now, and look at MJF being a total babyface, hugging the fans.
I don't know why everyone want. As you said, Mr. Jacobs, MJF is a snake.
Yeah,
he can turn on Adam Cole anytime. He can even do it while he's in the match.
That's true. He can just turn his back on him and walk away.
Or he might do what. Well, in other gender, Sable did to Tori Wilson back in 2003 when Sable first returned to the WWE in 2003. Leave the turnbuckle.
Yeah.
I'm not. And speaking of which, and I know I shouldn't say this. Did you know that Sable or Rena Mero is Brock Lesnar's wife?
Yeah. Been knowing that for like the last decade or so.
I know. I mean, to the other viewers out there who are watching this.
Oh well, there probably are folks out there that don't know that Brock is married to Sable. You're right about that.
Yeah, and we all know Sable won't come back to the WWE, probably never, due to let's just say complications with Vince McMahon, the chairman of the board.
Well, actually, I mean that she did put a lawsuit on WWE, but she did end up returning afterwards. I believe so. I could be off on that one, but I believe she returned after the whole lawsuit she put on them.
Yeah, because Vince McMahon wants to get her return to come back so they can do it all over again. Well, you know, in a storyline or real life way, I don't know.
I mean, money talks, man. Money talks. So you get it doesn't matter. I mean, you throw the right amount of money at somebody, you get something, you get things done.
I mean, I don't care for the WWE anymore. I mean, I used to care. I like to watch the classic episodes back after I was born and whatever. But I just don't like as all people, including yourself, Mr. Jacobs, the PG air.
Exactly. And I mean, that's the thing. I mean, we're talking about how people will do certain things and leave the WWE and then come back. I mean, money talks. I mean, people got bills to pay. People got families to raise. I mean, these are people. They're not machines out there just taking bumps. I mean, they have families. So
I'll give you that though. But but we were in a wrestling world, I'll say this. You know those books? I'd rather go naked than wear fur. I say I'd rather watch AEW than the WWE.
Well, there you go. You've heard it here. You heard it here, people.
Because I can't stand watching PGWE. I mean, I like to watch it though back then before The reason why I don't watch WWE anymore, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, is because Triple H. Well, you remember the Extreme Rules in 2013, Mr. Jacobs?
Yes.
The main event: Brock Lesnar, Triple H in a squash match.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
And when Brock Lesnar beat Triple H, that's when everything turned upside down for me. Triple H at first he has some health issues. Then he turned back to the COO, bring in the Authority, and next thing you know, it's like a PG era of the McMahon Helmsley era, but except it's called the Authority era, or as he says in 2014, the Reality era.
The reality era. There you go. But yeah, I mean, I do remember that time because that was part of a time where I kind of checked out of WWE. I did check out for a good amount of time whenever they went to the PG
That's when I
stuff.
checked out too, though. I
Yeah,
mean,
so I'll totally admit that.
I mean, I watch WWE sometimes a little bit because I like to see some stars returning, or maybe they're fixing to retire, like The Undertaker, for an example. I didn't watch WrestleMania 30. I was going to go to WrestleMania 30 because we were close to New Orleans, well, 6 hours. But due to money and all that, I had no choice but to bail out. That's the reason why we didn't go to WrestleMania. I didn't even watch it on pay per view. And when I heard that The Undertaker lost, I was in shock.
Oh, dude, you weren't the only one. I damn near cried, man. No, that's no hyperbole. I damn near cried when the Undertaker lost
And
his
that
streak.
and that's where the
That's the
Undertaker.
story,
That's
you know.
where everyone, the WWE, Vince McMahon, and of course the Undertaker himself, realizing it's time for him to retire and all that. Because after his match, in case you didn't know, Mr. Jacobs, he did collapse on his way backstage.
Yeah,
The
I do.
final,
Yeah, I do remember seeing that. I do remember seeing that.
that's where Vince McMahon had to go with him to the hospital in New Orleans that night because the Undertaker
Yeah.
had some health issues and all that. I mean, he was around 50 years old then. Is that
And
right?
let me add this in. You have to be some kind of important human being for Vince McMahon to go to the hospital with you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you had to be important to the man for him to go with you to the hospital. I
Like,
mean,
like,
otherwise he would have stayed. You know what I mean? You have to know how important Undertaker was to Vince McMahon. If Vince McMahon is going to go to the hospital with Undertaker, he
like
doesn't do
Stone
that for
Cold,
everybody.
like Vince McMahon did when he was going to the hospital with Stone Cold before WrestleMania 19 in 2003. In case you don't remember that,
I do. I do.
and Jim Ross too, because Jim Ross and Stone Cold in real life they're close friends, real close friends.
Yeah. You see Dex save him. He's like, no, you're not gonna hurt my friend.
Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of WWE anymore. The only time I watch
That's
it though, I'm sorry, go ahead.
oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
The only time I watch WWE, as I said, the when and Mr. Jacobs, you remember when Stone Cold Steve Austin retired in 2003 after his match with The Rock?
Yes.
Well, I didn't watch that main event back then because technically we didn't have enough money and we didn't have enough pay per view and all that. We didn't watch it live. I was so devastated and all that when he retired. Next thing I knew, I was waiting for him. I was just waiting, waiting and waiting and waiting. And after 19 years after he stepped out, or as he says, left his boots in the ring, he finally made one final match to return. For I know it was only for 15 minutes. You were there, Mr. Jacobs, against Kevin Owens and
Oh
Stone
yeah,
Cold.
man.
I mean Stone Cold at 57 or 58, he still got it. Well, for one final round against Kevin Owens.
I agree, man. I remember. I do remember that night. I mean, when Stone Cold walked out, man, and you heard that glass break, and you hear the crowd go nuts. It's something else to see, man. I mean, and when you're there in the middle of it, it's awesome. And yeah, you're right. I mean, you can tell walking out and with him and Kevin Owens, he still has it.
I
He
mean,
still has it.
I know he. I mean, yeah. I mean, that was the most. I mean, I never got to see his last match I never got to see his last match live on TV in 2003. But when he came back for one final round, or as he says, one final can of whoop ass, that's when I realized I finally got to see one final match of him live on
Yeah.
TV. It
I
was most
mean,
memorable to me. I mean, I know I wasn't there, but I was watching.
and that's what's special about wrestling, keeping those memories. That's some things that people don't watch wrestling or don't know about wrestling will never ever understand. Is like when you follow a certain character for years and you see their ups and their downs, and the triumphs and everything, the story of it all. That's what captivates you. Just that watching one person go through hell and back and being there for it all. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that, but that's still. But let me tell you, Mr. Jacobs, what you said sounds pretty inspirational and emotional a little bit.
I mean, that's wrestling. That's what it is. It's to some people that don't understand it or don't understand why we love it. That's that's it. I mean, it's captivating. It keeps you there. And when you have your favorite character that you have, and you follow that favorite character through her or his or their whole career, and if you're there to see the retirement, I mean, you're watching the ending of a big story. That's huge. I mean, that's a big thing when you're a part of the story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or as the words of Cody Rhodes, it's time to finish the story.
Exactly. And that's what
As
keeps
I
us
as,
here.
as I said to everyone out there, Mr. Jacobs, when Stone Cold finally come out of retirement for one final round, it was I finally got a chance to see him one more time in a wrestling ring before he officially retires from wrestling for good. I mean, I know it's been a long 19 years gap. I finally got a chance to see him one last time. Well, on TV.
Yeah. I mean, like for me, because I mean, everybody that listens to this podcast know that Undertaker is like my top favorite wrestler that ever. And just like I said, because he was like the first character that I got a hold of that I followed.
Me too.
That I've followed, and like when you follow that story and you witness the end of it, it's really emotional. It gets to you because this is somebody that you followed for decades, and then you watch them, and then you watch the last match with the breaking of the streak. That was compelling. It was compelling, and yeah, I mean, it brought tears to a lot of people's eyes because they witnessed one of the best stories ever told in wrestling.
It got a lot of
And
tears in my eyes right now, though. I'm holding it in.
but that's wrestling. That's wrestling.
Yeah, but Mr. Jacobs, here's my question to you, and I don't know if you already answered or already did answer it or but when you saw Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania Night One, well, in making his one final round in ring return, how did you
Yeah.
feel that night?
I mean, honestly speaking, I mean, I had goosebumps. I was like, I got teary a little bit. I got a little teary because I knew that this would be the last ride, that we'd ever
Well,
have with Stone
actually, it's
Cold.
one final round of whoop ass.
Well, yeah, I mean, because that's the thing. Like I said, I mean, because Stone Cold is another character that I followed, and when you see that happen live in front of you, it gets to you because like I said, you take in that story, and that's what it's really all about is the story.
Yeah. Well, in case everyone doesn't know what the last time you were going to see him, and besides Mr. Jacobs, last ride sounds like the Undertaker's way, but in Stone Cold's way, I say one final round. Because if you've seen his vest that says OMR during WrestleMania 19, it
Yeah,
means one more round.
yeah.
But I call it one final round at WrestleMania 38, though, that time when Stone Cold made his made his one night only final round in ring return.
Oh, look at MJF in here. I know you're not a fan, but MJF is doing some good work right now.
I can't do it. I don't know.
I
But
know,
still,
I know, I know. I'm not trying to convert you into an MJF fan. I'm just letting you know why I think he's awesome.
yeah. But I'm
Double
telling you,
DDT.
something's gonna happen either at the end of the match or during the match.
Oh, I don't doubt it at all, bro. I don't doubt it. Like if MJF and Cole can't win this, you're gonna see one of them turn on each other, and one of them turn on the other. You're gonna see that.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
But
the question is who is going to be the one to turn on who. That's the
yeah,
question.
we're gonna
It's not.
find
It's
out.
not. It's not. It's not if it's going to happen. It's just who is going to be the one to do it.
Well, I'm just gonna have to say, I'm gonna have to predict on this one though. But I'll say this, as I said earlier on, I'll say it. If MJF and Adam Cole do win the tag team titles, the first thing, if one of them comes to mind, whether it's MJF hitting the AEW World Champion Adam Cole, or Adam Cole may super kick MJF, just like Shawn Michaels did to John Cena and others.
Yeah. And thing is, I didn't even think about that until you mentioned it earlier when we were talking about this. But it's a really close parallel, though, very close parallel.
But let's just find out though for ourselves. I mean, I know you're behind me, Mr. Jacobs, but I just hope you get a chance to see it though before I start freaking out.
Well, the way you freak out, I'm gonna know who won. So try not to freak out at all.
And I'm not gonna say who.
Don't do anything because if you do a certain thing, I'm gonna know. So don't even move.
Unless if you like though, I can freak out, but I'm gonna have to go off camera and off audio for a moment.
Okay, that's fine. You can do that. I'll accept that.
All right, but still, But speaking of Stone Cold Steve Austin, one last question about this before we get back to the match. Mr. Jacobs, have you ever seen Stone Cold take on America on A&E?
I've not gotten to watch that yet, but I do plan on binging it. I do plan on binge watching it.
Yeah. I wonder what happens if Stone Cold takes on Memphis.
Oh hell yeah, that'd be fun to watch.
Yeah, it might be on TV though too. If that happens, maybe a part of.
Yeah, but that's definitely one of the shows I've been wanting to binge watch.
Oh!
That in the show about the collector's items. I've been wanting to watch that one. I forget what the name of it is, but they have all these collectible. Yes, that one. I've been wanting to watch that one. I've been wanting to get into that.
Well, I'm not. Well, Most Wanted Treasures though. The only. Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever seen a photo of Mick Foley with this first Dude Love T-shirt when he debuted as Dude Love?
I did. I have seen that.
Where he visited.
That's a total collector's item.
Where he visited an old friend of his, and he saw the first Dude Love T-shirt that he wore on his debut match as Dude Love.
Man, I would love to get my hands on some of those collectible items. That the stuff they had. I saw a preview of one with they had Kang's original mask. That's something I would love to have.
Well, I don't know if that's the original one or a version or one of the versions of it, though. I don't know.
I think that was the original one. I think it was. I could be off, but you could be right about that one.
Well, they were looking during the Kane mask episode. They were looking at the diagram of the debut mask and the other versions of the mask.
Oh, okay. I see.
And so, the only thing I want to see. Oh, I'm not saying anything, but
oh, what's going on here? I think they're setting up for the double clothesline too.
I'm not saying.
I want to see that double clothesline. I mean, I want to see that clothesline.
You already seen it last week. What happens if they don't do it again?
That's what I'm saying. I want to see it again. I want more of those. It's so hard though, because they work so well together. But I want to see them fight though. I can't help but want to see them fight.
Yeah.
Oh, what are they doing now?
I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not saying anything. And I know we're only 5 minutes to the show's over. Well, broadcast over. He said,
oh, he's not going to let it happen. I just saw that coming.
You got to keep calm.
Cool your heels over there. Cool your heels. Oh, superplex. Splash. That's some old school stuff right there.
From FTR, right? Well, they are the old, or as they say, no flips, just fist.
Because they remind me of the Brain Busters, though. They're
Well, they are. Well, they aren't related, but I'm saying they. But this tag team is related, like the tag team of the Brainbusters.
yeah, Tully and Arn. They remind me of Tully and Arn, the Brain
They were,
Busters.
and they were managed by Tully Blanchard before.
Yeah, that's true. Jack's like, all right, go ahead, tag him in.
Oh boy. I'm still not saying anything about this, but I hope I don't freak out.
If you do, just walk away, and
Walk away
we'll
nice
we'll
and
understand.
calm.
We'll understand. I mean, come on, Chris. You can't deny that MJF is he's not doing a bad job. Come on, you got to say at least that.
I'll say it if he wins or loses in a clean way.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Oh, reverses on the backslide. Goes to a power bomb. Bounces off the rope. That was dope.
Ouch.
That was a good sequence.
Well, we're getting closer and closer toward the conclusion.
Oh man. What a match though, man. This has been a stellar match. Can't lie about that.
Ouch. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Whoever wins this tag match has to face Big Bill and Brian Cage.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot they won.
Oh boy. But let's see who's gonna. Oh! I'm not saying anything, but still. And don't worry, no one didn't win the match yet or whatever.
Was Dex trying to take Adam's move? He was trying to do the sunset. Another sunset. The what's it called? I forget the name.
Panama City.
Panama City. Yes, I don't know why I call it
Panama
sunset.
City bomb. I think.
Oh, Shattered Dreams.
Just
He
like
gave him the
just
Shattered
like
Dreams.
Goldust. Did we just
And
say
he
that?
kicks out the Shattered Dreams. Are you kidding me?
That's Goldust or Dustin Rhodes' movie.
That's totally Gold Dust. The Shattered Dreams. I didn't see that coming.
Uh-oh. Close.
Oh, Adam. Come on, Adam. Oh, jeez. They're setting it up. Oh. Did MJF just what? Whoa. MJF pushed Cole out of the way. Wait a second. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, snap. FTR regains the championship. I mean, FTR retains. FTR retains. Oh, my goodness. Now, let's see what's going to happen with MJF and Adam Cole. Something's going to happen.
At least I kept my cool, like you said, Jacob.
You kept your cool, man. You kept your cool. You're a man of your word.
But let's see what happens. But the question is,
Mike says this is awesome.
well, let's see what MJF or Adam Cole, whichever one of them is going to turn. I think it's going to be MJF.
Great podcast tonight, guys. Keep it up, Mr. Jacobson, Chris. Thank you, Michael. Thank you.
Yeah, and I know we're almost in the conclusion of this broadcast and this podcast too. So let me say this, as Connor would say: don't forget to subscribe and all that, and don't forget to YouTube, Spotify, Twitch, and and
Podbean, Twitter, Facebook. We're there.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, Twitter is no longer a thing. Now it's X now.
I noticed that. What is going? You know what? I'm not even going to touch on that right now. I'm not even going to touch on that. Anyway, anyways, but yeah,
And
let's see what's going to happen right now. Let's see what's
all
going
right,
to
let's see what
happen.
the conclusion is, and I'll see if I can sign us off. Let's see if MJF is going to give Adam Cole the rematch or not. Look,
Here,
here's the funny
MJF.
part.
You hear what MJF is saying? I lost you the match, man. I lost you the match.
Is it better
MJF is
now?
he is a total babyface tonight.
Let's find out. Wait for it. Wait for it.
I'm just waiting for that kick in the balls. That's all I'm. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. Here it comes.
Oh, now my stream wants to lag on me. At the best part. Feel free to tell me what's going on because my stream is being crazy right now.
Should I still continue?
Yes, continue because my stream is acting up. So tell me
Well,
what's going on.
we're only about a couple of minutes away. MJF just dropped the title, and he's not going to do it. Well, at least that's not what we're going to do. They hug it out, and now I know your stream's behind, but and now let's see what's going to happen. Is it going to be MJF kick or is it going to be Adam Cole super kick?
You have my permission to spoil it for me because my stream is lagging like you wouldn't
And now
believe
Adam
right
Cole
now.
is like congratulating MJF, and then nope, nothing yet. Wait for it. Here it comes. Here it comes. Nope, 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 nope. I'm sorry. MJF is raising up, getting on the second turnbuckle, raising the title like he won it again.
Like he won it again.
Here, nothing yet. Nothing yet. Nothing yet.
All right, you're gonna have to tell me what's going on because my stream has
I'm trying, but I don't know how
lagged
to.
down on me.
I'm trying, but I don't know how to explain it or whatever. I'm not a commentator. Well, I am a. Here it comes. Okay. Come on. What's MJF or Adam Cole gonna do? Which one of them's gonna turn on who? Now MJF is
Who's-
raising Adam Cole's hand.
Okay. So nothing's happened yet.
I'll let you know I'll let you know or I'll freak out first.
All right, that's the cue.
And the show went black.
All right, so nothing happened so no turn at all.
No turn, not even a kick to the balls or a super kick to the chin.
All right, well maybe that's coming. Maybe that's coming soon. Who knows?
Or maybe coming in the near future.
Yeah, I think all in all it was a great episode. I was thoroughly entertained. I think the match for me has to have been the main event, even though I didn't get it. Well, I saw the ending of it. I didn't see, well, of course, I didn't miss it. There wasn't a turn, but I think match of the night for me was probably the main event, the tag team titles. To me, that was a great match. They told a great story in it, and I mean, I want to see what's now going to happen with Cole and MJF. What do you think about it, Chris?
I don't know. I'm just gonna have to say that I do want to see that rematch though, and make sure there is no time limits involved. Like if MJF's got a set to give it to Adam Cole, or is he gonna bail out though and act like a
A biatch.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
time will tell. Time will tell. I think.
yeah. Well, anyway, I know Connor's not on the broadcast though. Well, I know he's watching us right now. So let me say this: make sure you subscribe on YouTube, X. Well, Twitter is now X, and Facebook and all that stuff. Make sure you check us out, and don't forget, we'll be back for next Wednesday, 1 hour early before Dynamite 200, featuring we'll have an interview with Man Johnson. Yes, the former WWF Intercontinental Champion and the first African American who held the Intercontinental Champion. We'll be
Yes,
interviewing
sir.
with him. We'll be interviewing with him for 1 hour or 45 minutes. I can't tell which one's which since we need a little time. But anyway, don't forget to check us. Don't forget to watch us this Wednesday night on Dynamite for Dynamite 200, along with Rampage and Saturday Night Collision, and maybe next Saturday night. I hope Connor will be back so I could say, as like I said earlier on, here's Mr. Jacobs and all that, but now here's Connor Hayes. So Connor, I hope you'll be on Saturday night. So I'm not, and you know what else, though? Before we
What?
sign off, or before Connor decides to sign us off, this is my first time that I'm actually without him being on this podcast. So with myself and everyone else besides him on the podcast.
You did a great job, Chris. You did a great job, man.
Yeah, I know I've been talking off subjects besides watching All Elite Wrestling, but still, I did.
Yeah, that's fine. That's we put on the podcast. That's what people do on podcasts.
Well, I could do my line, but I'll just say it in one letter. Bye.
Well, thank you all for joining us, and we will see you all in the next show. Please subscribe if you haven't. And thank you for joining us once again. Peace.